If ever I had a video, would you dance in it? Would you dance?
Hello folks, and welcome to another episode of A Funny Kind of Grown Up. If you've been following over the past few weeks, you'll know that I have been preparing for gastric bypass surgery. I was due to go in for my operation on the 28th of March. Let's see what happened. Well folks, it's officially surgery day and I cannot sleep. So I'm just going to do a little welcome to surgery day video, and then I'm going to sit up for the next 4 hours until I have to get in the shower and get ready to get picked up. I'll see you when I get to the hospital. Good morning folks, I am all checked in to my room here at Grosvenor Nuffield in Chester. I've just met with my surgeon and a lovely nurse who's checked me in. I've signed all my procedure forms and just been told that I'm last on the list as it stands for the surgery today because I'm younger and fitter and healthier than everybody else who's due to have it. So I will be sitting around till this afternoon. I'm probably going to have a sleep. I'm pretty tired, and that will also help to pass the time and stop the nerves from kicking in. Update you later if anything exciting happens. I have been checked in. I'm in my very attractive hospital gown. I've had my weight done and they have done my temperature, checked I'm not pregnant. I'm not, by the way. Don't worry, Toby. No new brothers or sisters for you. And now I'm literally sat waiting. So I've seen my anaesthetist. I've seen my surgeon. And the ward sisters have come and been ever so lovely and talked me through what's going to happen. And then hopefully I'm going to be able to have a little drink of water at some point soon, because it might get to 4 o'clock this afternoon before I'm actually having my operation. So I'm going to lie here in my foxy hospital gown, watch some telly, maybe catch up on some sleep from yesterday. And I'm the only mini bypass today. There's another couple of sleeves happening and a full gastric bypass Roux-en-Y. Just a waiting game now. I will see you if anything more exciting happens. Well, sadly, due to COVID cases in the hospital, my surgery has been cancelled for today. So that's the end of my journey as it stands. I'm going to get a brew and go home. So as you can see, that did not go as planned. When I rang up to find out how long it was going to be before we could get rescheduled due to rising COVID cases, etc., they said it was going to be about 8 weeks. And I was like, wow, that's a really long time. Because obviously you've prepared yourself, you've all seen I've been doing that liver reducing diet for 2 weeks. I've literally thrown away all the food in my house, because as far as I was concerned, the next time I came back to my house, I'd have the bypass and then that'd be it. So it's got me thinking. Now, I am an overthinker. All my friends and family will know that. But it's really got me thinking. I've talked to my friend Richard, my friend Steve. I've talked to my son Toby, my friend Helen. And a lot of the things that I get enjoyment out of have food attached to them. Now, that's probably some psychological thing, and I should probably get that looked at. But I love to go to the cinema with my friends. I like to go to theme parks. I've said all this before. I love going out for meals. Me and my friend Helen, I don't think we've ever gone anywhere where we've either not gone for food or a coffee or gone to the pub. Me and Richard do pub quizzes every week, and that involves going to a pub, having some food, having a drink. Whereas post-bypass, I've got to be honest, it sounds really petty, but a big concern I had was the fact that if I go to a pub quiz,
I'm not going to be able to drink pretty much anything in the pub to start off with, because you're not allowed to have anything fizzy, you're not allowed to have anything with too much sugar, and you're not allowed to have anything with alcohol in it. So that pretty much rules out most things in a pub. Slightly problematic, and obviously I wouldn't have been eating in the pub either. So the people who run pub quizzes don't generally like it if you go into their pub, drink a glass of water and do the pub quiz. They do it to generate money, and I absolutely get that. So pub quiz would have been difficult for a while. We have a trip to go and see Queen in June, which has been rescheduled. I think this is the third time it's been rescheduled now, due to the pandemic, obviously. And 8 weeks after the 28th of May would put me, 28th of March would put me a week before I was due to go and see Queen, which realistically meant I wouldn't be going to see Queen, because even if I was feeling up to it, I can't really stand in a, like, as it's standing that we're in, I can't really stand in a crush of people having just had major stomach surgery. And I think that having looked at things, and I don't want to put anybody off gastric surgery, because I do think that it's an amazing tool, and I think for some people it is the only way, and I still think potentially for me it may be the only way that I'll ever get down to a normal weight. But what I would like to do, I'm just going to give it another go, one final go at doing it on my own. Going to have to do the dreaded E word. I'm going to have to do some exercise, I think, because thinking about it, my diet would have changed dramatically after the operation. Without the reduction, I still have been on a lot more vegetables, a lot more meat, a lot less processed foods, no carbohydrates, well, little carbohydrates, but your stomach generally doesn't tolerate bread or pasta after the operation. So these are all things I can cut out without having half my stomach removed. And I'm just going to have a go. I'm not saying I can do this without bariatric surgery. I'm saying I'm 43 now. I'm going to give myself 2 years. And if in 2 years I am in a worse health position than I am now, I'm going to ask my doctor to put me back on the list and go through this process again. But I think I want to explain my thinking to you, because not only have I had more chance to think about all these things, but also the original date I was offered was the 24th, and I turned that down because we had gigs on the 25th, 26th, 27th, and so obviously I knew I wouldn't be available for them. And then they said, well, the next 2 dates are the 28th or the 30th. And I said, well, let's go for the 28th, because then there'll be plenty of time for me to get into a position where I could at least go and sing at a gig. I could sit on a stool and sing. And then also plenty of recovery time before Queen. Now, all the surgeries on the 24th went ahead. All the surgeries on the 30th went ahead. The day I chose, the 28th, was the only day where the surgeries did not go ahead. I know this because I'm on forums and Facebook pages with people who I've watched go in and have their surgery successfully. So I'm a great believer in signs. And I do think maybe this is a sign to give it another go, doing it myself. So I'm not going to go ahead with the gastric bypass surgery at this time. However, I am still going to make a concerted effort to up my exercise and keep the healthy eating going that I have been doing. I think I just need exercise to supplement that now. And, you know, I've said this before, I've never tried exercise because I don't like it. But I'm fairly confident that I wouldn't have liked not being able to eat pizza or any carbohydrates. So this morning, I went and booked myself a holiday. And in 5 weeks, I'm going to be going to Rhodes. And I'll take you with me because that'll be fun. And so I'm going to set myself a target. Then in 5 weeks, I want to have lost a stone. And I think that should be achievable. So by the time I go to Rhodes, I want to have lost enough weight to go there and eat what I like and sit by the pool all day and potentially put that stone back on. But if I've lost it before I go, it won't be as much of an upset as if I put it back on top of what I've already lost. So I've rambled on for 6 minutes now. And so for anybody that's TLDR, I'm not going ahead with the gastric bypass surgery at this time. I'm still thinking I might do it in a few years if I haven't managed to get myself to a place where I'm a better, more comfortable weight. I think I'd be happy at about size 14. I think I'd just like to be, as I've said before, in a normal weight bracket, because I'm so little. and I've got a giant bum and I'd like to get rid of those. But anyway, so you've seen what happened at the hospital. You've heard me rant on now for a while. So I'm going to go, I'm all done up because we're going to do a gig in Preston. So I'm going to go and do my gig and probably sit and research the place in Rhodes that I'm going. And I will see you next time I've got something to tell you. But from now until then, I will remain a funny kind of grown-up.
Sunshine, you are my sunshine. Let it in, let it in.